Well, thanks for you guys being out here. This is the New Hampshire Brigade for Democracy, and we made a very impromptu, call out for all our bridges throughout New Hampshire. We've got about 27 bridges going today, which is quite phenomenal. We did a great job pulling our group together, and we're protesting the invasion and kidnapping of Nicholas Maduro in Venezuela, and we're kind of the why we're out here. So why are we out here?
Well, I know I'm out here. I mean, there's a million and one reasons we could all be out here today, but today's issue is the. I struggle to understand why what we have just done to Venezuela is any different than what Vladimir Putin did to Ukraine. Our role isn't to manage the world. Our role is to take care of things at home
Right.
here. And my other concern is the only thing I've really heard about is oil. And so my message today is no blood for oil. I'm not saying Maduro is a good guy, but it's not our job to take care of it. That's
Yeah.
why I'm out here today.
So anybody want to go on? Rip on that a little
Sure,
bit?
the oil, the lies about the oil, the masquerading about human rights or
Okay.
drugs, and then the lack of due process for the
Right.
people who were shot in the water, and the fact that Maduro gets treated better than any of those fishermen or whoever they were
Right.
is pretty astounding and
Yeah,
alarming.
it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to ask you guys a general question, a series of general questions, and then we can go from there. Do you believe Trump's order to invade and seize Nicolas Maduro was legal or illegal, and why?
I think it was definitely illegal. We don't have the right to go into a sovereign nation and take their leader.
Yeah, yeah. How about you?
Same here. It was definitely illegal. I don't get it. I don't understand why anybody thinks that it's okay to do that. And I
So
would just sort of hope that somebody might come and do that to our
right.
president.
So answering the question why do you think they did it?
Oil. I mean, he promised. He promised his oil buddies that he would give them a break, and if they gave him $1 billion,
Yeah,
they
I
gave him half a
understand.
billion.
Yeah,
I guess that was good enough to get what he
right.
wanted.
Deb, do you
So
have something?
Well, I mean, I don't hear anything about how he's leaving the current regime in power. He's left the vice president for Maduro in charge. So what's
Yeah,
different?
that kind of
What's different?
leads me, what you guys have been talking about is another question is what do you think Trump's real motivations were behind this action? So it sounds like it's oil, and but also, it seems like he hasn't got like a immediate plan after and long long range plan. What do you think that might look for you all?
I think its dominance in the hemisphere is his main thing he's thinking about is how can I, we saw it in Greenland. More and more and more. It's always more. It's always bigger. It's always Trump everything. This is just the nth degree of this. It's
Right.
just like someone made a joke, I think, in an article. Why don't we just name the planet Trump instead of Earth? I mean, that's what he's after, in my
Right. It's
opinion.
like him getting for the Olympics the
The FIFA World
peace
Peace.
prize for Olympics. So
The
Cindy,
FIFA
what do you
the
think?
Peace Prize, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So what do you think about
Oh, I think
you
he
know
definitely did it for oil, and I also worry that he's going to destabilize more countries, small countries, and that's going to lead to kind of some
right?
huge issues in the future.
So how does this going to affect our country in terms of like potential for war
I
or
think it,
taking over a country is a big responsibility. Are we bringing in our own puppet regime? How's
yeah,
that look for you?
I think it makes us less safe. Now we're going to be a target as well.
Right. What do you mean by that?
I think as other countries look at what we're seeing, what we're doing, now all bets are off. We've set a precedent that it's okay to invade sovereign nations and do things we want to do, and
Right.
they'll do
Do,
it back to us.
do you think that now that we kidnapped Maduro, that it gives them, license to go after our own people, assassinations and
Oh,
whatnot.
absolutely. If we're not going to follow the law, he hasn't been following the law anyways.
Right,
But
right.
the more you erode the law, the more you erode the Constitution. It's going to affect all of our safety.
Right. How about you, Amy?
It's also the opposite of the Peace Corps, where we wanted to spread our goodwill and our message of equality and peace throughout the world.
Right.
Now, when we travel, people know who we are, and what we're spreading is just ugly Americanism and dominance. And
Right.
it's really sad if you love to travel in the world and be a part of it. It seems like you have a mark on
Right.
you a little bit.
How about you, Pat?
I just drew a blank. Basically, it's a continuation of, if anybody hasn't figured it out yet, we're all just his minions. Everybody in this country, everybody in the world, we're all just there to serve him. And nobody's stopping that. Nobody's disabusing him of that notion, because there's no point. I mean, at this point, he's so senile. What are you gonna do?
Right.
It just reminds me of the Bush Cheney years, and it's an exact repeat of the same thing. And I don't see how any of that trickled down and helped solve some of the problems at home that people are dealing with on a day-to-day
It kind
basis.
of goes back to when we invaded. When we invaded Panama and Grenada back in the 80s.
I was going to say, take your pick. The 80s, I mean, it's the same old thing.
Right.
And I don't see how that left any of us in a better position at the end of the day.
Trump has been violating the Constitution left, right, and center. So,
and
anybody?
Where's Congress? Isn't this the role of Congress?
So how do you all think ICE plays into, relates to what's happening in Venezuela?
I think he's trying to distract, because he knows ICE is very unpopular.
Right.
So I think he's trying to distract from ICE and the detention centers, the Epstein files. I think it's also a distraction.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. What about Pam Bondi? Is it taking some of the heat off her?
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not. I don't think it's going to take the heat off of her at all. I don't think so.
It's not taking the heat
toast.
off her?
She's toast. She's gone.
Right.
She's gone.
So, there's, the other actions that Trump has done. Anybody you want to speak to that?
I think back to ICE a little bit, and I think he's, grooming ICE to be the secret police. It's just a matter of time before they're doing this plucking out of people to us, and that's why I'm proud to stand here today and make my voice heard.
Right on.
And I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
But I'm not a vulnerable person, and I don't have a lot.
So how would you connect that to, the New Hampshire Bridge Brigade for Democracy? What does that mean to you and in general? And
well, our signs out here.
Yeah.
End war or no war. I have my sign is resist. We have our American flags. This is our country.
Yeah.
And we have a say, and we elect representatives who are doing nothing. Some of them are doing well.
Yeah.
But that's the system, and we believe in a system, and we're trying to say it's not that we want anarchy. We want the system to be in place. And I think people who are doing the things that they're doing for Trump now do not believe in rules. I don't know if they've ever played a game of
for the people,
Monopoly or anything. I mean, there are rules. That's what you do.
What do you, any of you?
To me, it's a distraction. It's all just utter chaos. It's what did Bannon say? What was he quoted as saying? They're just going to flood the zone.
Yeah.
Just throw it at the wall, and that's all part of this.
I also think it's important to be out here, because if you're visible, it helps build a movement. It helps let other people know they're not alone.
And you got honking horns in the background.
And honking horns. We got flipped off a few times too, but but I mean, how do you build a movement? You get together, you build community, and you get it done, and you show up.
That's right.
And was it Margaret Mead that said, there's only one person that you can only do what you can do, but you should do. I'm really totally paraphrasing. But I mean, I think that's when I come out here on these days, I feel better myself. And then when I get feedback from all of you and feedback from the people driving, it feels better than sitting at home and feeling just despairing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of doing it not just for myself, but for my brother, who believed in nonviolent action.
Yeah.
And he passed away a couple of years ago, so I'm kind of standing here for him too.
Yeah, coming up on Martin Luther King's birthday. Yeah, and what he taught is just incredible, and that's the principle by which we're operating here as well. The other thing, it's aspect of the cars going by is all the people that don't wave, that don't honk their horns. I think we're really impacting those people, and I think that's going to make a difference during the election, midterm, and the upcoming election. I would call them the old silent majority. So
Yep.
it's great. Well, thank you all for standing here in the bitter cold and wind, and it's been awesome. Thank you. Any last words here?
No, thank you to the organizers. I was very glad to see the call go out. So
Yeah.
Thank you for organizing. It's good to have a place to call home.